Well, thank you for joining us in studio this morning. We are joined by an author, one of my favorite types of people, Rebecca George. You're showcasing off your new book. If you don't mind, tell me a little bit about the title, You're Not Too Late, and what does it mean to you?
Sure, Aaron. Thanks for having me. The book is called You're Not Too Late, Trusting God's Timing in a Hurry-Up World, and it really is about those seasons of waiting or longing, when we're waiting for something to come to fruition, whether it be a job change or getting married, having kids, and things like that, and how do we truly navigate those seasons with joy.
Tell me about your journey as an author. When did you get started, and which number book this might be for you?
Sure. This is my second traditionally published book, and I would say I think this has been in me my whole life. I played librarian as a child. I've loved books my whole life, and so it's always kind of been a lifelong dream, and it's been just a joy to be able to live that out.
How does this story, we were talking, you and your husband, both authors and also East Tennessee natives.
Sure.
Tell me about how this story fits into East Tennessee and the lifestyle you might have out here.
Sure. I actually tell several stories in the book about a hike that we went on that was meaningful to me. I love Dolly Parton, and I make a reference to a Dolly song that I love in the book. And so there's many East Tennessee lines kind of woven throughout the book, if you'll notice. And it's a big part of my story. I grew up here. I love this area. We love living there in Blount County, as we talked about, and so that's definitely a theme throughout the book for sure.
Particularly the second part of that title, Trusting God's Timing in a Hurry-Up World. Can you kind of help our viewers understand what you mean by that?
Sure, absolutely. I think so many times we sit in those seasons of waiting, whether it be a relational longing to grow our family or reconcile a relationship, or maybe we're in a vocational season of longing where we're hoping to start a business or make a career pivot, whatever that looks like for you. There's a meanwhile of that where we're sitting kind of in the waiting. And so I talk a lot about what it looks like to trust in God's timing in our culture that is always convincing us to hurry on to the next thing or kind of stay in that hurry up state.
Every time I read a new book, I always feel like I learn something new that I can always apply to my life. What are some of the lessons that you help our viewers understand when they read through this book?
Sure, yeah. There's a lot that kind of bubbles up in our hearts, right, when we experience seasons of longing. So maybe it's despair or doubt or resentment and things like that. And so my hope is that I can help us pivot from those things to being able to experience joy and hope and redemption even in the waiting.
We talked about your personal experiences going into this book. How do you feel that you felt you integrated those while also, taking part in writing this?
Yeah. I think any book certainly comes from personal experience. And so as I dug into the research and examining my own story, I reflected back on many of those seasons, my season of singleness, many seasons of my career where I've been in the waiting, and just the lessons I learned from those times that I hope will apply and help readers along their journey as well.
And if you could just tell our viewers, where can they find this book and just how they can be a part of your journey?
Sure, absolutely. You can grab it wherever you like to buy books, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Christian Book, and I would love to connect with you. I'm the most active over on Instagram. My handle is Rebecca George Author, and I'd love to connect with your viewers.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca, for joining us this morning.